Hi everyone, welcome to the video on the mean, variance and standard deviation of binomial distributions. This one here is hopefully going to be fairly straightforward. We've got three pretty nice rules which apply to binomial distributions, so it's important to know that a binomial distribution is one where we've got a certain number of trials and the probability that occurs in each of those trials doesn't change. So in each case we need to be able to know what n, p and q are. So n is the number of trials, p is the probability of the likely, or of the desired outcome I should say, and q is the probability of not that outcome, so the complement of it. I've just got one question here, and this is hopefully going to go through everything. If this is going to let me scroll down, just give me a minute. There we are, all better. So just one example, but yeah, so hopefully it'll cover everything. So an exam has 20 multiple choice questions which can each have 5 possible answers. Find the expected number of correct answers if a student guesses every answer, along with the variance and standard deviation. Hence, interpret the interval mu minus 2 sigma and mu plus 2 sigma. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down what I know. I know that n is equal to 20 because there are 20 of the questions. I also know that p, in this case, is going to be 1/5 because there are 5 possible answers. So the chance of guessing the answer correctly is just going to be 1/5. And q is the probability of guessing it incorrectly, which would be 4/5. So first off I need to find the expected number of correct answers. So I'll do the expected value for the binomial distribution is the number of trials multiplied by the probability, which in this case is 20 multiplied by 1/5, which is just 4. So we would expect someone who's just completely guessing to get 4 of these answers correct. Now I also need to find out what the variance and the standard deviation are. So the variance is equal to npq, which in this case is 20 multiplied by 1/5 multiplied by 4/5. And so multiplying that out, I'm going to get 80 over 25, which works out to be 3.2. And next thing I need to do is the standard deviation. So I'll just write down SD of x is equal to the square root of the variance, which in this case is the square root of 3.2. And I'm just going to grab the calculator, so I'll just be a moment. Righto, here it is. So the square root of 3.2, and I've got that set to decimal, so that's all good. And the answer is 1.7889. So that is 1.7889. Okay, so the last part of the question says that we have to hence interpret the interval of mu minus 2 sigma to mu plus 2 sigma. Remember that mu is just another way of writing the expected value, and sigma is another way of writing the standard deviation. So I'll just write down here that mu minus 2 sigma to mu plus 2 sigma is going to be the same as 4 minus 2 times 1.7889 and 4 plus 2 times 1.7889. Okay, I've just used the calculator here to figure this out. So it's 4 minus 2 times that is 0.42, and 4 plus 2 times that is 7.58. So that was equal to 0.42 and 7.58. Now, this doesn't make sense in this sort of situation where we can only have whole numbers of answers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, therefore, we expect 95% of students to guess between 0 and 8 correct answers. And that is 95% because we are dealing with 2 standard deviations either side of the mean. Anyway, that's all. See you later.